I'm Zach Wahls. This is my family. Jackie, Terry, Zebby, and the dog is around here somewhere.
When Zeb was a year and Zach 4, Jack and I started seeing each other, and we had a commitment ceremony in 96.
2000 was when you were first diagnosed with MS.
Yes,
experienced those trials and tribulations, and I think that was what kind of what brought us together as a family. I mean, I remarked to you like a couple months after the wedding that we didn't feel a whole lot different. None of the personal relationships really changed. The legal stuff is definitely good to have, especially given
Right.
the health of our family. But I think for a lot of couples, I think the reason it didn't change much for us is because we'd been together for so long.
Still, the day we got married, we were back there at the church sanctuary. You and I both started crying.
You guys were sobbing.
Yeah, we didn't think that it would be
I
like
hadn't
emotional
realized
as it
that what an emotional moment that was going to be, but it was actually quite profound. That this was something I had not anticipated I would get to do in my lifetime. It would be to marry Jack, and it was a very emotional moment.
Our family really isn't so different from any other Iowa family. So what you're voting here isn't to change us. It's not to change our families, it's to change how the law views us, how the law treats us. You are voting for the first time in the history of our state to codify discrimination into our Constitution. If I was your son, Mr. Chairman, I believe I'd make you very proud.
I started crying. Like, oh my God, that was, as a speech, electrifying. As a proud parent of someone, of watching Zach stand up for his family, stand up for something passionately.
There's a line in the testimony, the one I close with, about how the sexual orientation of my parents has had zero effect on the content of my character. And some people took issue with that. They were like, no, I mean, it had a positive effect on your character. I don't think so. I think, and if it did, it was very, very, very small. There are dozens of things about both of these very strong, incredible women that affected me a hell of a lot more than the sexual orientation. So it's easy to get up there and rail against gay marriage if you can't put a face to the issue. It's easy to get up there and say we should take away their rights if you don't realize that the people whose rights you're trying to take away live down the street from you. Families like mine are just members of the community, and we're not here trying to take your rights away. We're just trying to live and let live.